Rishi Sunak, I hope I got the name right. He's the current Prime Minister for the UK. He's also the first British Asian Prime Minister. Very fantastic achievement for him. But he doesn't have the record when it comes to the first Prime Minister from a minority ethnic group in the UK. Okay, that record belongs to Benjamin Disraeli. He was a two-time Prime Minister for the UK. There's something very interesting Benjamin said. The secret of success is a constancy of purpose. The secret of success is a constancy of purpose. And with this, I welcome you back to Unlocking Potential, your journey to fulfillment. My name is Aaron, and I'm your life purpose coach. In our previous session, we looked at the essence of purpose, part 1. We discussed 6 things that are reasons you should focus on discovering and pursuing your purpose. And in this session, I'm going to bring you another 6 to make it a total of 12. Stick and stay. So we are going to essence number 7. Essence number 7. Purpose pursuit gives you energy for each day. Each day comes with its own issues. Jesus actually said in Matthew chapter 6 verse 34, sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. So many things. Your day is saddled with payment of bills. You are pursuing higher education. You have exams to write, relationships to keep, and a whole lot. Parenting. So many things. Okay? And these things have a way of draining you, sapping the energy out of you. Sometimes things don't happen like you expect them to happen, and it makes your day kind of go down and you lose a lot of energy. But there is something that brings you some energy to face each day. God has deposited some wellspring of energy in you, and this is tied to your purpose. Anybody who is on purpose is always fired up for the day. There may be some little slide down times and all that, but on the general, you have this kind of energy because you are committed to something that's bigger than yourself, something that's divine, something that brings you some fulfillment anytime you go at it. So pursuit of your purpose brings in you some energy which helps you get going for each of the days. John chapter 4 verse 34, Jesus said, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work. Purpose pursuit is meat that was not made by human hands. That's divine, that's internal, and you need it. Focus on your purpose and your day is always going to be fired up. Essence number 8. Purpose pursuit is your immunity against replacement. That's a word you don't want to hear. Nobody wants to be replaced. Nobody wants to be relegated to the background. Nobody wants to be considered redundant. Every one of us want to be at the top of our game, want to be there as long as God would like us to be there. But it doesn't always happen. Sometimes you feel rejection. People don't consider you needed. They think you are surplus to requirements and all that. Okay? And sometimes you are doing something, a new kid comes on the block and now all the attention is on them and you feel like, oh, I'm no longer useful. There is one place that when you are at, or where you are at, you can never be replaced. And this is in the purpose of God. When you are in the purpose of God for your life, you will never be replaced. The only reason people will be replaced by God is when they are outside of the purpose he put them here for. If they decide to go on a different tangent, do something contrary to what he put them for, God always has somebody to replace you with. And that is exactly what happened to King Saul, Israel's first king. In Acts chapter 13 verse 22, Bible says, and when he had removed him, he raised up unto them David to be their king, to whom also he gave testimony and said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart, which shall fulfill all my will. God removed Saul because he was going contrary to the purpose of God for his life, and he gave them a man called David, who he testified, this man is going to fulfill my purpose. If you find your purpose and you commit to it, Nobody's going to replace you. God is not going to replace you. He won't allow any forces of man, anything that is out of his will come to you, come against you, and to knock you off your perch. Your purpose will keep you in position. Essence number 9. Purpose pursuit is your arena of excellence. There is excellence in every one of us. God did not make any dummies. He didn't make failures. He didn't make second-class people who are not good enough. God didn't make anybody like that. Everybody God made came with some seed of excellence in them. The only reason sometimes we don't see this seed manifest, blossom, is because we are outside where God put us. Listen to something Albert Einstein said. Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. The only reason you feel you are not good enough, you feel you are third class, you are average, is because you are outside your area or your arena of purpose. If you come to that place where God really put you, I tell you, everything will conspire. The heavens, the earth, men, everything will conspire to make sure that excellence that is in you shines forth. That is essence number 9. Essence number 10. Purpose pursuit makes you successful. Successful. How do we define success? Everybody has their own parameters they use. The world has its standard of what success is. What are those? Cars, houses, different mansions dotted around prime areas. Okay, having yachts, shape, so many things. Property, physical things. That's how we measure success by the world standards. But that's not a true reflection of what success actually means. Success is tied to purpose. Success is only achieved when the purpose for which a thing is made accomplishes that purpose, or that purpose comes to pass. The same way your success in life is tied to your purpose. If you want to be successful, you have to focus on what God called you to do. That is where true success actually comes in. Listen to what Paul said. And for a background, Paul had everything going well for him before he received the call of God to follow the purpose of God. Paul was educated in one of the best law schools of his time. He was a Pharisee. He had authority. He was going about arresting people, bundling them, taking them to cells and all that. He had everything going for him. He was a very accomplished man until the call of God came to him. Now, this is what he said when his life was nearing the end. In 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7 to 8, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. So that is it. Paul came to realize this truth, that now he could call himself successful. He didn't consider himself successful when he was having all those things he used to have prior to discovering God's purpose for his life. And for you, it's the same. Your purpose would guarantee the success that you are dreaming, that you are aiming for in life. Essence number 11, and that will be the last but one. Purpose pursuit is your key to fulfillment. Fulfillment, that word, oh yes. Fulfillment is the greatest need of the soul. Everybody, there is this internal desire to be fulfilled. And when it's absent, when you don't have fulfillment, it doesn't matter the accomplishments the world records for you. You feel there is some kind of void. The only way you can fill the void is when you focus on purpose. If you achieve your purpose, you would feel this kind of deep inner satisfaction. I'm going to share a quote by Helen Keller. So Helen Keller, just before she went blind and she could not also hear, and she lived the rest of her life that way, with that kind of disability. But if you read her story, you see that she accomplished a lot, wrote books that are very popular, that are widely read. Okay, now this is what she said: true happiness is not attained through self-gratification, but through fidelity to a worthy purpose. This is somebody who you would consider disadvantaged, but she found something more valuable than sight, physical sight and hearing. It was purpose. Your purpose will trigger that eternal fulfillment that you are craving for. Essence number 12. Purpose pursuit gives you perfect peace. Oh, and I love something the Bible says in Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3. You, Lord, gave perfect peace to those who keep their purpose firm and put their trust in you. The world is pursuing peace. The UN and all the allies pursuing peace. But it appears peace is eluding the world. We've done everything, putting lots of efforts. In your own life, you are looking for peace. Sometimes you don't know where the turmoils come from. They keep coming from everywhere, every now and then. But I want to assure you, if you find your purpose and you commit to it, that's the source of that peace you have been looking for. The source of that perfect peace you are craving is in your purpose. God bless you. This will bring us to the end of our discussion on the essence of purpose. And I want to hear from you. Let me know, among the 12 essences or essence we've discussed, which one is your favorite and why? God bless you. I'll see you in the next session.